Stay tuned as we check out the S.H.I.E.L.D. Stealth Suit Spider-Man from the Far From Home Marvel Legends wave. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. Today we're taking a look at the second Spider-Man in this wave, even though it doesn't even look like Spider-Man. That is because he's wearing his S.H.I.E.L.D. stealth suit that we believe Nick Fury gives him in the new Far From Home film. Now, this is his suit, so no one sort of recognises him while he's abroad, but we all know it's Peter Parker. Bit unfortunate we don't get an unmasked head, but maybe we don't see him unmasked in this outfit. Again, we're yet to see the film. We do get an interchangeable head though, that sort of has the goggles up and reveals Tom Holland's eyes. No more accessories apart from that one set of hands, which is a little bit disappointing, but the box is quite heavy. As you can see, this massive Molten Man arm in the box. On the back, we get some decent promo art, a little write-up, and then of course, you get a list of all the figures in this wave you need to build the Molten Man Build-A-Figure. Today we're reviewing Stealth Suit Spider-Man. So as I said, always happy to have new costumes for the shelf. Let's get them open. And here we have Stealth Suit Spider-Man out of the box. And I've seen a lot of people online basically calling this the Gimp Suit Spider-Man, and I can sort of see why. It is basically Spider-Man in all black. The only different colour we get are the bits of skin tone on the end of those gloves. But it is an all black tactical suit, so no one recognises him. We get a little bit of silver in the eyes, and there are some decent sculpted detail, but it is basically just all black. So we do get some accessories, as I've previously mentioned. Firstly though, I should mention he comes with a massive Build-A-Figure arm for the Molten Man Build-A-Figure. So you can see how big this Molten Man actually is, as this is just his arm piece. That's his hand. This is just his arm, and it's bigger than the actual Spider-Man figure. So this Molten Man should be quite beefy in hand. So very curious to see how that sees. And you also get this sort of bent metal iron rod or whatever that I assume attaches here, maybe. I don't know. We shall find out when I build Molten Man. So subscribe to the channel and come back for that full review when that happens. But in regards to Spider-Man himself, he comes with an extra head with the goggles up so you can actually see his eyes. I'll zoom in and show you that in a minute. And then, of course, one extra pair of swipping hands. So you get two fisted and two classic, iconic Spider-Man swipping hands. So that's all you get, really. So again, the articulation is quite good for a Spider-Man figure. You've got decent butterfly joints, and thankfully, my one doesn't seem to have any Q issues this time, thank God. If you see my last review, then this Spider-Man had a dodgy shoulder, but thankfully this guy seems to be all right, so I'm happy with that. So this review should be a lot more positive. So let me zoom in and try and show you some sculpted detail, as it's quite hard to see at a distance. So here's a closer look, and as you can see, there's some sculpted detail throughout the figure, but it is like a sort of glossy black and matte black in parts, which is a bit weird. This little circle there on the chest, I believe in the trailers, it actually had the S.H.I.E.L.D. logo in it, but there's no logo in that there. As I said, the glasses are just, well, the goggles are just silver, but there is some sort of sculpted, sort of textured detail there. And again, the fists, I've got a little bit of skin tone. The bout is like a utility bout. It's got some sort of pockets, but they don't really do anything in the bout. It doesn't seem to be a separate piece. It seems to be attached onto the body. And yeah, there's his boots and whatnot. But again, decent tactical sculpted detail, but it's all black. But that's what the figure's meant to be, so I'm not complaining about that. So as I said, there's a closer look at the head sculpt. Looks decent enough. Very familiar, as it is inspired heavily by the Spider-Man Noir outfit, and I will compare the two in a minute. So let's get this second head on without snapping the goggles off. There we go. So there is the second head sculpt where you can actually see Tom Holland's eyes. Now I thought this bit may be articulated so it would go up and down, but no, it's a separate piece that doesn't have a joint in it. So unfortunately, that is stuck like that. But if you wanted to pose them on your shelf with the eyes showing, give them a little bit of life, then you can do that. And that's what that looks like. Other than that, that head sculpt is exactly the same. just of course with the goggles up. And real quickly, yet again, the Tom Holland head does not plug on to the figure, annoyingly. You could drill it out, maybe finesse it a little bit, but no, unfortunately it doesn't pop on. So Hasbro, can we have another Tom Holland head, please? And here we have our MCU stealth suit compared to two of the comic book black suits. This is of course the symbiote costume of Spider-Man, and this is the one that this guy's heavily influenced by. It is the Spider-Man Noir outfit, and as you can see, both of them have those goggles with the silver sort of lenses, and they both had that textured sort of balaclava style. So yes, those head sculpts look very similar. I like the MCU essence that this guy has. And just for fun, I have this Undertaker hat from my wrestling collection that I was going to put on Spider-Man Noir for the shelf. Maybe I will. Let's see what this guy looks like. Ridiculous as expected, but still, I do like the influence that the Spider-Man Noir has on this Shield stealth suit. And here we have all of my MCU Spider-Man in my collection. His first suit, the tech suit with the unmasked head, the tech suit with the school jacket, the Shield stealth suit, the Iron Spider suit, the Stark tech suit, and then the new Far From Home suit that Peter seems to design himself. And even though Spider-Man technically has only had 2 solo films in the MCU, look at all of these different designs we've had from Spider-Man. You could build your own Spider-Man Hall of Armor. But yeah, these are looking very nice. And again, I do like this one. I like the vibrant colours. It stands out amongst the rest. But again, the QC issue, I just can't let it go when I've paid money on a figure. And here we have Spidey compared to Nick Fury and of course MJ, who will both appear in Far From Home. Now again, can we please have an updated modern Nick Fury, as this old Punisher body is really hard to stand and very much out of date now. Hasbro, are you listening? A modern Nick Fury, please. But he looks great with MJ. And here we have Spidey with the Vulture from Homecoming, with my custom Michael Keaton / Adrian Toomes head, and of course the comic book Mysterio, as I haven't opened my MCU Mysterio yet, but that shall be my next review. So there we have it. Final thoughts on this guy is it's a decent looking figure, considering it's such a very simple character design. I think I like it much more when I see it in action in Far From Home, but always happy to have different character designs from the MCU on my shelf. Again, I do want an updated unmasked Tom Holland Peter Parker head, but I do like that we at least get one display option with the goggles up look on his mask. And the articulation is decent enough for an MCU Spider-Man. So you let me know what you think in the comments below as always, and make sure you check out the videos tab and the playlist, as I am reviewing all the figures in this Molten Man Build-A-Figure wave. And as always people, please hit that subscribe button. But until then, my name is Dan W, and I will of course see you on the next one.